No, they called him out on that damn vest.
It's receding, 100% fact. Shout out to Menace TV with the $10 donation. He's honestly money hungry with bad content he posts. I told him
Murk,
you was gonna get bigger.
Bro, Murk,
then
your DMs right now, bro.
You told me a long time ago.
What's interesting about this is that I traced murder back to beef with someone else over here. And the last person to play Star Wars with me had the name Alex in it. And then I found Murk and Alex here having a harsh debate, apparently about, I'm not sure what these people do, but let's continue. It seems like they try to find predatory behavior on the internet so they can remove them. That's what I've gathered from these people. But what's interesting is the names of the people that are talked about in the comments. I saw Frost. That's another one of those names. Alex. Very strange. Murk. Very strange. I saw Mr. Todd. God's Todd, perchance? Who knows? Let's continue.
Gonna get bigger than him. He blew, and then I blew up, and then he continued to milk the others and the branch on top with his content being racist. Thank you, Menace. Shout out to Joshua to our donation. He just called your girlfriend a used up whore. His fucking bro.
So he just shouted out a guy. I was just saying on my stream earlier how these assholes support assholes. And this guy just said, I just shout out my man for saying this about dude's girlfriend.
Well, at least I fucking have the capability of seeing my girlfriend. You're in love with a girl that lives 3,000 miles away from you that you've never even fucking seen, you ugly fucking ginger fucking looking motherfucker, bro.
Ginger, biased towards people with a different pigment of hair color.
This motherfucker's in love with the girl he's never seen in his fucking life in person. Yo, he's talking disrespect to my girl? Motherfucker, at least I've seen and hung out with my girl. Not like your ugly fucking ginger bitch ass fucking out here thirsting through a fucking gold digger, bro. Holler at you.
Some of these posts, like if you look close at the names here, you got Ray XOXO. I never cared for Alex's content. He's a racist. You just look down the line. Some of these people's names, Matthew, who shows up in my stream. All right. There's a strange coincidence of fucking names. Like I did this. All I did is tap on this. And I went down and I saw like, it was, what was it? Todd's report. Yeah, Todd Morris right here. Here it is. So I'm not sure who or what these people are or what their job is, but apparently it's Prankville, USA, the truth about predatory poachers exposed. And this has been going on for a year. What if this entire channel was one that harassed me? I wonder. I'm not a fucking child molester, so you got me fucked up. All right? I stabbed those motherfuckers in prison, so you don't even try. But Prankville. And then it just like, some of the names being discussed in the comment section, like they were talking about Frost.
So here's the children.
Frost. I don't know. Is it coincidence? Do these people try to go around on people's games and channels to harass people in an attempt to negligate them as sickos? Is that what they do? There it is. President Todd Morris. Someone by the name of God's Todd. Now, Todd Morris, God's Todd. I'm just saying, it's not a coincidence, all right? So I decided to check this garbage out. And then there's like, you just like, I don't know, tap on something. It's very interesting.
All right.
And then if you look, I just start thumbing them down because these people seem toxic as fuck. So I wrote God's Todd, huh? Just to test the water. But what really got me is this. The real John Carter says, what is this Blake man or whatever show up as Ashes 611? Was she trolling Sneed and the chat? She went in on Tone and Frost. Frost is one of those names that have really popped up a little too much in my opinion. And so this stood out. God's Todd, Frost. What are the odds we could find a panda? They also talk about how they're from Texas. Is that a coincidence? Texas Hawk? I wouldn't doubt it. That these people probably thought I was something nefarious and went out of their way and still at times do it. I wonder if they have something to do with it too. God's Todd Morris. You know what I mean? Todd Morris Media. What the... God's Todd, perchance? There's not like a lot here. All of these people, murk is connected to this. Apparently, they don't get along either. It's very interesting to see the drama that...
Wouldn't be...
Jordan is another name that pops up often, okay, in my streams. When he started saying everything, I was like, nah, man.
6.25% conviction rate. I support you because you lock more up, not purely to entertain. Thank you so much. Shout out to Cesar with the $5 donation. Alex, like,
they calling them out on that damn vest.
It's receding 100%.
Matthew Arvello, these names, it's some of these have popped up in my stream. That's why I'm like, You know what I mean? I even said it on my shit. I was like, sometimes they try to use their shit, but then they try to use it similar to what their shit is, so they still get the recognition.
Shout out to Menace TV with the $10 donation. He's honestly money hungry with bad content he posts. I told him he was gonna get bigger. Then
your DMs right now, bro.
You told me a long time ago I was gonna get bigger than him.
Hold on. One of those right there. One of those profile pics right there that peeled by. I read.
How much the bulletproof vest would cost? With a girl that lives 3.
So this guy's upset, apparently. Like, this is the shit I have to go through to try and figure out exactly what the problem is with these people.
You know, so that's what we're going to be dropping right now in a few seconds. Yo.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
This shit's legit. So all the things that we've been saying for months and months, and I swear, no, it's not true.
Fucking witness, guy.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm being as authentic as possible right now. My mother's fucking life, guys. He does it.
I'm just going to say this. I already watched it, but there's a great deal of names that peel through in the background on his video that have a lot to do with the discomfort I've personally dealt with. The fact that some of the names are used inside of the chat, like Frost. Just the other day, Frost tried to friend me on my fucking game. And I just didn't accept it because I know he's a problem. I'm not a fucking weirdo. So if these people are looking for weirdos, as far as I'm concerned, I appreciate you looking for, you know, child molesters and rapists. That's good. My wife is a victim of this shit, all right? But I am not hip with that shit. I'm an ex-convict, all right? I stabbed child molesters. I watched them get sold on the yard. Do not lump me into a category Murk or Alex or any of you stupid fucks, because as far as I'm concerned, you're the only one creeping around the internet. Even this fucking tool said something about an online girlfriend 3,000 miles away. Only people that catfish have the time to get involved with weird children on the internet. I'm a married man. I don't have time for that shit. And I don't have an interest in dealing with anybody who has a fascination with children on that level. That's fucking wrong. It's inhumane. It's unethical. And it's gross. And the prison's too good for them. That's my opinion. I appreciate you guys are going out of your way to hunt down chomos and shit. Don't forget the chomies. But remember this well. if you took your time to invest in old Cloud9er like I was something like that, all you've done is make me reverse engineer your investigation to find out you're the ones might be harassing me. Alex appeared on my live stream. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. I don't know. But when you start realizing that Todd Morris is someone that did follow me on my Twitter. This is not a coincidence anymore. It's starting to become pretty clear that somebody tried to investigate me on the web and they failed to find anything that was child molestation or anything fucking weird, because I'm not a fucking weirdo. I went to prison for having weed in my house with kids back in 2013. That's not... They changed the laws. I shouldn't even went to prison for having weed in my house with kids, to be honest. Weed. My kids. I smoked weed. Even though that shit was under lock and key. I wonder what these people are really up to. If someone is taking their time to utilize, like, fucking, the internet to try and, what? Single out people? Or something? Because I didn't know who this was, but after I've been investigating this shit, they think they're investigating. It's a real coincidence when you got God's Todd throwing death threats, and then you got this. And then murk that bullshit, and then you got this. And then murk, and then it just so happens Alex was on my stream. I don't know. It's a coincidence. I'm going to keep digging. I'm going to keep digging into these specific channels, because I'm starting to unravel a Scooby-Doo mystery here, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting. It's just very exciting. I didn't even know there were YouTube channels like this, that people wasted their time. I know there's Chris Hansen. That shit's funny. I'm sub to it. I like to watch him bust him. That shit's funny. You know what I mean? They show up at the house. Chris Hansen's there. He's like, please, have a seat. And somehow they always sit down, right? Somehow he gets them to sit down. Shit's funny. But these people ain't the legendary Chris Hansen. These are a bunch of amateurs fucking up people's lives. That's what I see. And look, 1 year ago. This is 1 year ago. I've been dealing with this shit for roughly a year. I wouldn't put it past me at this point that God's Todd is actually Todd Morris. And he just threw another Todd out there. And that Prankville and Ramsey and Alex and Murk, they were all... It seems like they were affiliated, but there was a departure is what I'm getting. I don't know. It's very interesting. This is very interesting content to react to, because I haven't met any streamers that do something like this. And if these are the ones that are passing around people's personal information when they're making bunk calls on people when they're not weirdos, when they shouldn't be, that's defamation, slander, and babble, and fucking could land your ass in some serious shit. If you are the ones that are harassing me, or you're affiliated, or you're the team of operators that think it's funny to fuck with old Cloud9er, I tell you what, one of you got a girlfriend 3,000 miles away. Get a fucking life. Second off, Alex, bruh, if you spend your whole life trying to find trouble, trouble will find you. That's good advice to take. Number 3, you can't just point your finger because someone talks a certain way or says a certain thing, and then point the finger like that's what they are because you think that it's appropriate. I'm starting to realize that maybe the shit I'm getting is from an entirely different source, even though I have proof that, you know, A, B, and C hates me over A, B, and C. But it's interesting. I wonder how far the rabbit hole goes into content creation. I'm going to dive as deep as I can and unroot all of the names I have documented over a year. What's interesting is this was around exactly about 1 year ago. A lot of things have died down recently because they know that I have called the police on them. There is police reports active about the shit they have done. So if they have fucked around, I feel real bad because it doesn't matter who you are. I'm just trying to really be specific here and find each and every one of them. But from when I can see whoever this murder murk squad discusses recent predatory poacher beef, Alex versus Ramsey. Alex was on my live stream while I was ranting about bullshit about murk. Is that a coincidence? I think not. The only fucking weirdos I'm seeing are the ones beefing over fucking who catches child molesters. There's already someone that does that. It's called the police and Chris Hansen. Good job, Chris Hansen, by the way. Shout out Chris Hansen. Peace.